I'm Alan. My Hebrew name is Avraham. I was named after Avraham Lincoln, who most people did not realize was Jewish. I am a lifelong audiophile. You know, today, when you say you're an audiophile to most people, they think I'm saying audio F-I-L-E, like it's a file, a computer file on a computer, on a hard drive. It's a storage file. But because they don't know the word audiophile, P-H-I-L-E, of course, which means for the love of, like Francophile, Anglophile. I am a lifelong audiophile. I started with my bar mitzvah money in 1963. 100 CDs in a box. Leonard Bernstein, one of my heroes. All my heroes, most of my heroes tend to be Jewish. Leonard Bernstein, Bob Dylan, Woody Allen, and Frank Lloyd Wright, who was a Unitarian. So that, who's my favorite goy in the world? That's to show this is very important. This is Studio B. We're in now. It's under construction, so we can't demonstrate it. Dylan's been on the cover of Newsweek like 4 times. I think he's never been on the cover of Time because Time was owned by the Henry Luce, that right-wing asshole. Maybe I don't know why. Why would Newsweek have him 4 times and Time never have him? This is a Nobel Prize winner now, Bob Dylan. Because of the unique design of these planar speakers, the magneplanar speaker, they require a listening position which is very critical. I have positioned these speakers so that if you're directly in line with the television in the center, you then are in the right listening position. If you're off axis in any place in the room, you will hear the music, but you will not derive the full benefit of the speaker system the way it's designed. This is my audio file system where I keep records. I can go in here and I can access the original owner's manual. The reason that this turntable is designed like this, where the arm does not pivot from one point like most. I bought this magazine in 1963, and this is where I discovered component stereos. Stereos can be built from separate components. Here's the legendary Marantz equipment by Saul Marantz. Fisher, very famous names in audio. The Klipschorn. Because of the design of these speakers, the output from the back is equivalent to the output from the front. They're binational. What's the word for it? I forgot. Binaural, not binaural. They're bidirectional. And that's very important because the speakers have to be out from the wall because the output from the back actually bounces off the wall. These racks, as you see, are about 3 feet from the wall. Unlike, most people might put them in a cabinet out of the way, out of the sight. No, this is very important. We have to be able to get behind each component to do various interchanges, substitutions, cabling, and component switching, and various operations that make it much easier. See, the audiophile is always tinkering back behind with the components. A friend of mine, a fellow audiophile friend of mine, will bring in a piece and we'll be able to put it in the rack and easily connect it because we can gain access to the back here. This is not for decor. This is, that's not our priority here. Our priority is ease of access to the equipment. As you can see by this block diagram, the preamp is located in the middle of the diagram to represent that it is the heart and the central junction of the entire system. Well, audiophile is a kind of a disorder. It's called audio nervosa. I don't know if it's an official DSM designation, but It's a disorder where you're continually striving for better and better, and the slightest improvement is worth as much money as you can afford, or more than you can afford, because it's a disorder. You can't help it. The key. That's the key. It was getting better and better and better as it got bigger, right? You can't get reproduction, lifelike reproduction out of a phone the way they have today. A lot of people are now listening to music on their iPhone. You know, what is that? You know, it's like, you ever hear music on a telephone? It sounds terrible. You know, just because of the convenience. You know, kids today, they don't know what music sounds like anymore. They don't know what instruments sound like. A friend of mine once, after he saw the movie Rain Man, he said that Rain Man reminded him of me. Now, I know some people have your universal remotes, you know, but they have a lot of little buttons, and you have to buy it. This is very inexpensive, $9.95 or whatever. And what this does, not only does it show you, display all of the needs, but it's positioned at an angle, so you actually don't even need to pick it up to use it. I can press a button. They asked about 12 Trump supporters that were ladies that are Trump supporters. Who do you believe, Stormy Daniels or Donald Trump? And one of the ladies said, this bottom line's the whole thing. One of the ladies said, well, who am I going to believe, a porn star or the President of the United States? Those are only a couple of laying around rolls that I have. I have a whole inventory downstairs of different sizes, different gauges. I have actually enough plastic to last me now for, you know, forever. I hate to say the rest of my life because, for instance, when you think about it, I turned 60 the other day, and I realized a third of my life is over. You know, I just got a new iPod. It holds 5,000 songs or one phone message from my mother.